Yeah, obviously we didn't play very well that first time around, and credit to them, they did play well. But bottom line, it's the next game. It's a very important game. We have the chance to win the division if we win this game, right? So short week, so obviously all that preparation is kind of compressed into a few days here. But I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who we're playing or where we're playing. The bottom line is it's the next game. We're just trying to be better than we were the previous time out and just keep searching for that best game.
Did they play kind of like a desperate team the first time? You think they kind of?
Well, I mean, they coming off a bye week. They were 1-7. Obviously, a lot of what they had been doing wasn't working, and so they came out and you could feel it. They had renewed energy and renewed excitement, and they played better than us. They outplayed us. So hopefully this is a different story.
You mentioned a little of this after the game, but you guys are actually on pace for the most penalties, most offensive penalties by far in the time you've been here. I mean, I know you don't have a lot of control over all of them.
Yeah.
But what frustrates you?
So, I don't know exactly what those stats are or what those penalties are, but I certainly know the way it feels. The way it feels at times is that there's a lot of unforced errors, right? A lot of things where we're just beating ourselves. Listen, from time to time, are you going to get a holding call? And yeah, or you're going to get a penalty based on something that the defense did that caused you to get that. Yeah, that's going to happen from time to time. But, man, we have to understand that, number one, let's eliminate the unforced errors, right? And then let's also understand the situations where, man, it's at a premium that you just can't have negative plays. It just sets you back. It puts you in really tough positions. It stops drives. It prevents you from getting touchdowns. Instead you're kicking field goals. And at the end of the day, those are difference makers in a game. So if we want to be as good as we know we can be, we got to clean that stuff up.
You have some great pass rushing teams coming up here,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have Andrus and you don't have
Yep.
T.
Yep.
How much more difficult does that make it to not have those guys?
Well, we got to manage. We got to manage, and I think the other two guys have done a good job. And that's a team thing. That's a unit. When I say a team thing, that's a unit thing. It's those guys all work together, and obviously things we do from a game plan perspective can hopefully help those guys as well. I mean, every week there's challenges. When it comes to whatever it is, pass rushers or pressure packages or whatever it is, and so you game plan, you try to build in answers, and then you also understand that, man, there's just times where, we guys got to battle and hold up, and let's get positive plays and certainly try to avoid the negative ones.
Drew, can you give us a sense of how difficult it is to get cohesiveness when guys hadn't played a whole lot like Patrick or like Nick, and they go into a unit that's been fully functional all season and kind of jump in?
Yeah, well, the good thing is Patrick and Nick are both veteran guys. They're guys who have started other places, so it's not like, the guys that don't have any experience. So that's a benefit. And again, you manage. I mean, we've been in situations in the past where you got guys stepping in and either doing it for the first time as a rookie or just they're a backup and they're having to step up and do the job. So, like I said, we'll manage.
How much do you have to maybe change protections there, Drew, to solve that middle? Why they had so much pressure on you guys the first time?
Well, I mean, I think the protection is not just, hey, you block him and you block him and, hold up for as long as you can. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. It's, hey, let's build in protection schemes that benefit them. Let's get the ball out. Let's avoid the negative plays, right? Know where you can. Listen, sometimes the best thing that can happen is you just throw the ball away. Live to play another day, right? Instead of, 2nd and 15, it's just 2nd and 10, and then you come back and you get a positive play on 2nd down, and now you're in a third and manageable situation. So there's lots of ways to do it, So I'm a part of that. The play caller's a part of that. The O-line's a part of that. The tight ends are a part of that. The receivers are a part of that. Everybody's got a little hand in that.
Drew, have you worked with the NFL or NFLPA at all on any potential ways that you can improve some of these Thursday night games, whether it's with a bye or schedule or any solution that you might find?
I mean, not in a while. I don't know. Maybe there have been some other conversations, but not that I've been a part of recently.
Do you have any solutions?
Oh, I mean, I think there's plenty of solutions, but I don't know. I'm not worried about it right now.
I was listening back. We were getting asked a lot last week about Michael Thomas throwing to him and find the open man, how he's good at getting open. But
Yeah.
how many times would you say you've actually thrown to him because he's Michael Thomas that another guy wouldn't be open, but because of the just the
Oh yeah, plenty of times. Yeah, plenty of times. There's just there's a trust factor there, right? And also just it's time on task. I mean, you could say the same thing for Colston, right? When he was here, and there was kind of that time where listen, everybody kind of has their role, everybody has their strengths, and so you try to put those guys in the best positions to succeed. And for me as a quarterback, just knowing this is when I can take a chance. This is where I can put that ball, and I know he can get it. Those kind of things.
And are you aware that I mean, I don't think any receiver since you've been in the league has ever caught 85% or whatever he's doing 2 years in a row. I mean, are you aware that he catches that high percentage? Like, is it anything you attribute to that?
It doesn't mean that you just force the ball to him. Throw it to him when he's open.
Is it refreshing to see him? I guess it's kind of like you in a way, but sometimes guys get a huge contract and they don't necessarily play the best football they've ever played right after that. But he's having one of the best years in the history of the league for a receiver.
Yeah. Says a lot about the person, a lot about the competitor, right? I know what he's about. He wants to win.
Do you think replays are working?
What's that?
Do you think replay overall is working?
I don't know.
Are you frustrated by some of the things you?
No, because I don't control it, right? So, I mean, just when you thought you kind of had it figured out, maybe you didn't. I mean, at the end of the day, I think with the limited number of times that you're referencing pass interference, I know the limited number of times that pass interference has been overturned, right? And I don't know the exact number, but it's like 90 times it's been challenged, and maybe 6 times it's been overturned, or something like that. You got kind of the impression that the only way they were overturning it was in a critical situation where it's just one of these like obvious scenarios, like the NFC Championship game, right? Where it's just an obvious no call, or just a blatant, everyone in the stadium, everyone at home, everyone watching knows that was or wasn't, and it just got missed, right? So, listen, bottom line is there's still a human who's making the decision. So it's a judgment call. There's a judgment call, right? It's hard when you are reviewing judgment calls versus timing and stuff like that.